posting every day isn't enough. Being authentic isn't enough. Even being consistent. You guessed it, it still isn't enough to get you paid. We're entering a new era where attention is currency. AI is changing how brands are built, and being seen online doesn't mean that you're going to be chosen. So if you've been pouring your heart into your content and still you're hearing crickets, this video is for you. Because the truth is, being visible is not the same as being profitable. And today, I'm gonna walk you through 3 shifts that you can make right now to turn your personal brand from just being praised to being paid. Are you ready for this? Then buckle up, because you're in for a ride. Ready, set, let's go.
Hey there, I'm Renee from Raw Branded, and I help aspiring entrepreneurs to identify and package their unique story and genius into an authentic brand and business that attracts their soulmate clients.
Hey there, my beautiful souls. I hope you're taking care and doing well. Listen, I want to tell you one thing in particular. You're already doing the hard part. If you're showing up online, then you're already ahead of the curve. But there just seems to be something missing. You're visible, but it's not translating into income. Where is the disconnect happening? Listen, I'm so familiar with this because I've been there too. I was creating heartfelt content, writing captions straight from the soul, and showing up on every platform. I'm talking about I was posting on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, even Pinterest and Twitter also back in the day. The numbers were going up, yes, the visibility, that was there, but sales, crickets. I remember I was working with a coach at the time, reading the playbook and doing everything as I was taught, and it was not translating into result. And I was questioning, was my content strong enough? Was I not being clear? The truth was, I hadn't made an emotional bridge between my story and my offers. There was still a gap there. And once I learned how to use storytelling strategically, everything changed. So let me say this. If you've been consistent, congratulations. You've done the part that most people will not commit to. But now, let's make your brand not just visible, but viable. Not just seen, but sought after. So I'm going to break down the 3 ways to build a personal brand that gets you paid. Tip number 1, be clear about what you're selling. People don't buy what they don't understand. One reason why you might not be getting clients is that your audience may not be sure about what you actually do. Let's just say you're a love and relationship coach for high-achieving single women, but most of your posts on social media are about self-love and daily affirmations or cute selfies with captions like, remember to love yourself today, or, live, laugh, love, something like that. That's beautiful, that's positive, but it doesn't tell your audience how they can get help from you. Now imagine this. You share the same energy, but with a clear message. You just spell it out and you say, I help high-achieving women find emotional availability, align partners without sacrificing who they are. You see how that made a difference? That's soulful selling. That's positioning yourself as the next step on someone's transformational journey. Clarity. The second thing that you can do is to use your story as a sales tool, not as a confession booth, okay? You're not on the therapist's couch. Your story builds connection, but the right story, that paints the picture of your client's desired future. Back to our love coach example. Instead of just saying, I used to attract all the wrong people, you say instead, after a string of emotionally unavailable relationships, I finally found the clarity to find the love I wanted. And now I guide other successful women through that same shift through my 3-month private coaching container or whatever offer that you have, something like that. You see, you're not just dropping a sales offer that in an icky way, it's not overly promotional. You're just showing what's possible. And through that story, again, you're creating this emotional bridge. It's similar to what I did in the intro of this video. I kind of cleverly, I think cleverly, inserted a little story for you. But let me give you another personal example. For years, I was the person behind the scenes. I was helping small businesses and schools build their brands. That looked incredible, if I might say so myself, and I helped communicate that clearly. Thank you. On the other side, I was doing creative work as an influencer, and I was showing up for that brand with passion and consistency, but I didn't see myself as someone who could build a business around my story, or quite frankly, build a business, period, and stop. I didn't think it was for me. I had this mental block that's for them, the entrepreneurial types. That's not me. The shoe just, it felt so big and it felt like it didn't fit. I couldn't grow into that. That wasn't attainable for me. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I was doing all the entrepreneurial things, just not owning it. Other people saw it and I didn't. So if you're listening to this and you've ever questioned whether your story is enough, let this be your reminder that it is. It is. You are enough, your existence is enough, your backstory is enough. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to say that it's linked somewhere into your offering, especially if you're creating a business and brand that's rooted in your passion and your purpose. And pulling that story out and seeing how it's linked with your journey and what your soul is led to do, that's intentional storytelling. It's not about dumping your journey onto others. It's illuminating what's feasible for your audience, for your community, for your tribe, for your clients. Now, the third thing that you need to do is to position yourself as a solution, not just a voice. There are a lot of voices out there online. It's pretty crowded, a lot of noise, a lot of people having things to say, but the brands that get paid are the ones that solve the problem. It comes down to basic business 101. You don't just inspire, and that's great. Again, live, laugh, love it all, and give all the inspo quotes that you want. That's great, but then also transform. Don't just show up, show the outcomes. An example of that is, let's look at that same love coach that we were, using hypotheticals about. If you're that same love coach, then your audience should know who you help and what you help them to overcome and what kind of results they can expect. Like, for instance, you can say, I help successful women to shift from dating burnout to a deep partnership using my 5-step framework that's helped dozens of clients create lasting relationships. That's transformation, that's positioning, that's solution branding, if you will. And I know you're probably wondering, well, where does that even show up? And right now, people are looking at social media for entertainment, and some of those inspo quotes do work. I'm not saying that you should stop posting that content, because you do want to hook and pull people in. And there's a time and place and a way to use trends and infotainment and inspo quotes and messaging. Pull that into your personal brand. That's part of the experience. What I'm saying is that piece of the pie alone leaves this other gap where when you're never mentioning at any point in time about the business, then that gets lost. Unless someone cares enough to maybe look in your bio, and hopefully that's in your bio or somewhere in a caption, they'll do that extra legwork. But the piece that I'm saying is use your story to connect and for people to get a better sense of your brand, all right? Don't lose that connection. So let me bring it home for you. Personal brand that gets paid. It isn't about being flashy. It's more about staying focused. It's your clarity, your message, your energy as well. It's the experience people get when they land on your page and they think, this person gets me. This is for me. That's what branding does. Just give some thought to like Beyonce or Taylor Swift, which, by the way, are 2 totally different brands, right? But both are instantly recognizable. And why? Because they've created an emotional connection with their audience, with their fans, the raving fans of their brands. Hint, hint, promotion of my freebie, which is linked below, by the way. You know what you're signing up for with them. You know the feeling and the experience. And your brand can do the same, even if you're not a pop star. Because a powerful personal brand is one that connects on that deeper level. It gets emotional and it's aligned spiritually. And through that, ultimately, it becomes profitable, like Beyonce and Taylor Swift. Now, if you're ready to create a personal brand that aligns with your gifts, attracts your ideal clients, and turns your story into a soulful, strategic business, then check out my course, The Product Is You. I'll walk you through the exact steps to build a profitable personal brand that gets you seen, understood, and paid. The link to that is, as you guessed it, it's down below, so check that out.
In The Product Is You, you'll learn how to create an authentic brand and business that will allow you to attract your ideal clients. We walk through the whole process of validating your offer, creating your authentic brand, setting up content creation and marketing strategies to attract your soulmate clients, and ultimately creating an authentic and profitable business that feels good to you and your clients. We go through the whole process, step by step by step. Once again, the link for more information is down below, so check that out.
And if this video resonated with you, then like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can keep seeing videos like this one in your feed. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.